here at FanX Day 1. I am back on my camera. Ooh. So, sorry, this is gonna be like so close in. I hate using my camera for vlogs, but it just is what it is, I guess. So Rachel and I got split up a little bit because she already had her wristband and such, and I had to go get mine. So right now she is in a panel, and I've just been wandering around for a little bit, looking for some artwork, seeing what I probably will be buying over the next couple of days. I'm not in cosplay either day at this con, and actually I didn't realize how sad I'd be until I got here and seeing everybody in their amazing cosplays. I'm like, oh, I should have just brought it. It's not that difficult to bring it with me and do my cosplay. However, I am rocking my Bend the Knee shirt because, especially after that season premiere for Game of Thrones, I was not happy with how they treated my queen, and I gotta make sure people are recognizing, you know, she is still the queen. Period. I'm scared she's not gonna live through the season, but yeah, I'll just be rocking this today. Of course, my Shazam shirt tomorrow when I do my photo op. Other than that, I think I'm gonna meet back up with Rachel here in a sec. I know she's in a panel right now, and then we're gonna just kind of hang out all day with each other, bop around to some of these panels, and then I'm definitely on the hunt for like Daenerys artwork. Always on the hunt for Storm, anything Thor I'm always interested in, Pokemon, and I saw a lot of Toothless as I was passing through, but I only got through like maybe a quarter of that showroom, so there's still a lot to see, so I'll keep checking in.
Philosopher's Stone or the Sorcerer's Stone here?
Here it's the Sorcerer's
Stone. So we're making the first one, and I was the Goblin Bank Teller sitting up at the big desk there, and Harry and Hagrid come to the table, and the director Chris Columbus said we need Daniel to kind of look a bit scared here. So he said, when I say action, I wonder if you could make us sort of scare him. Okay, and I was like, oh yeah, that'll be fine. Yeah, I'll do that. So. The camera's on Daniel, and I'm off camera, and Chris said action, and I sort of went like that. Yeah, and he did exactly what you just did. I must be a really bad actor. That's the scariest I get nowadays. But anyway, so that happened. It didn't work. But yeah. But Daniel's a terrific actor, I will say. I mean, look at him. He grew up on screen in front of all of us, and is now doing brilliant work outside of Harry Potter as well. So yeah, hats off to Daniel. Although that wasn't his finest moment right there, because he laughed. Thanks for your question. Great stuff.
Always listen with your heart. but I always liked saying, you know, Wingapo too.
I was just wondering about Rob Crick's The Internet and how that was to record with all the other princesses, and would you be excited if they had a all princess movie?
Oh yeah, I totally would. Let's, bring it on, I'm there. We'd be a lot of shenanigans. Yeah, and we actually also only did a recording session, again, alone, only me in the room. But what was fun was getting to go to the premiere and to D23 with all the ladies.
Snapped? What happened?
We were greenlit, and we were supposed to be in production months and months before the announcement that we were not going to go forward. Just surprised everybody. I mean, I think I was less surprised than most people because I was kind of close to it. I was hearing some talk and things weren't making sense because just the dates kept moving and stuff. Anyway, I would say, look, things happen for a reason. And we leave wanting more is better than overstay your welcome. That being said, I think we have another year to really kind of like tell the story and sort of tie things up a little bit. But there's hope. I mean, I read things like you guys read. I don't have any inside information other than the fact that this contract will be up, and at some point maybe it'll be available for someone else to pick up. And there's a lot of takers out there. When this will happen, I don't know. Will I be told? I don't know. Will I be available? I don't know. My phone is on, so if someone calls, I'll listen.
Alright, so we're gonna go try this little vertical diner. Ooh, Lord, y'all almost got a tumble on camera. But it's a little vegan restaurant, so.
We don't have to eat any tofurkey.
Nice little rainbow flag right here, inviting us in. This is my go-to, like, chicken buffalo stuff. Y'all remember in Arizona I got those chili cheese ones and that chili I could not handle? So this time we just got cheese. So let's see what Rachel got.
It's just a noodle and vegetable bowl. Not that many noodles. That's a lot of vegetables. I mean, it's just vegetables. I think I chose well. But I wish there was more noodles. There's hardly any here.
We're gonna have Rachel trying both of these little things.
It's a square piece of food. Always be wary of square food. Spicy. It's kind of chalky and spicy at the same time. Woo! Did you get those? What degree of heat did you get them?
Just whatever it was. It was
Not my favorite. Let's try this fake cheese. It tastes like cement.
Oh my!
It's very chalky. It doesn't taste like cheese at all to me. I don't know, it's weird. I don't like it.
She definitely made the right choice.
Yes.
Okay, so we stopped in at the Trolley Square to get some normal ice cream. So I'm trying this swirl of both graham cracker and banana. Then Rachel over here with her dulce de leche and
Nutella.
Nutella
Yeah.
on a cone. So let's see how this goes.
Well, first of all, Hugh Jackman is such a talented dude. I mean, that guy, like, honestly, is somebody who really, I love doing musical theater. theater, and I love doing superhero movies, and I love doing all the things I've gotten to do, and I feel like he's blazed such an incredible trail as an actor who's worn all those hats and done it so deftly and so well. So any role that Hugh Jackman decides he doesn't have time for, I would gladly take the scraps off of the Jackman table. To put it bluntly. But yeah, man, I love musicals. So Guys and Dolls seems to be maybe the next thing. I mean, there's a bunch of musicals that are being developed like all the time. I hope, because I love musicals. I think I've said that 4 times already in this answer. Because I love musicals 5 anyway. But I think Guys and Dolls. I mean, they did announce that they're starting to work on that, and yeah, I'd love to be a part of something. I just like old throwback, cool Hollywood musicals, like Sing in the Rain. You know what I mean? Kelly and Donald O'Connor and Debbie Reynolds, specifically Singing in the Rain, but all the other movies they made together too. Yeah. Cheers, thank you, man. I appreciate that.
Hey y'all, so we're about midway through day 2 at this FanX in Salt Lake. So today, obviously, rocking that Shazam gear. I've also done all of my shopping today, so it's been quite the expensive day at the con. But buying a lot of little gifts and such for others, so fun times. Right now I'm currently waiting till I can go in for the Zachary Levi photo op. I heard it was wild this morning for autographs. I think I'm here way too early. Thankfully I was walking around for a while before I came over here, otherwise it would have been too much. I'm here way early. I'm nervous and hoping he'll do my pose, please. If not, I mean, it is what it is. But Zachary Levi's panel was amazing. He is so amazing. I might have fainted too, like those little girls in his panel. He was like, oh, he's so dreamy, you're my celebrity crush, and then he kind of sauntered to them. Oh, I loved it so much. So we'll see. It's kind of loud in this little corner, so I will talk to y'all later. y'all. So we are back. We are done with the whole weekend. This is my final day in Salt Lake City. Tear, sadness. But I have Rachel here. Obviously, this is who I've been staying with. I know we haven't seen all that much of her in like video action here in this video, but she's been there, I promise. So we're just here to kind of like recap the weekend, all that went on. Obviously, the big event was FanX, and that was so much fun. I had a lot of fun, at least. This is like my con in like my 6th, a different state now, which is insane. Gosh. I've been to Seattle, I've been to Chicago, obviously Denver, Phoenix. It's out of control, y'all. Yeah. I am out of control. But
you're traveling as much as a dentist.
Yeah, I know. Getting read by my coworkers on Facebook. But what was your personal highlight of the entire FanX Comic-Con?
Well, this is gonna sound super cheesy, but honestly, it was having you come visit and spending time. That was so fun, and that was great. My as far as entertainment provided at the expo, I still think I gotta put Warwick Davis as my favorite. He was so charming and funny, and I've even seen him before, but I still just loved hearing him, and he has such experience in so many different franchises that he's so much fun. And you hear about his stories. That story he told about the chocolate cake, I
so good.
Died laughing because he was an Ewok at George Lucas's daughter's birthday party, and the girl tried to feed him chocolate cake in the Ewok suit. He's just like, when is my handler gonna stop this? Or whatever. And it was hilarious. It was really good. And so
filling out the chocolate cake onto the cream carpet, George Lucas's cream carpet.
Yeah, that was so funny, and
he's just so funny and charming.
Yeah, he's delightful. I really hope that they do go ahead with the Willow sequel, because I think that would be a nice sort of restart for Ron Howard, and I think it would be it would be really fun for him to get to be a leading role. Aside from, I guess, being a leprechaun.
Aside from being a leprechaun.
I had no idea. And that was, I've never seen a leprechaun movie, but that was so amazing. The story he told about them in Las Vegas. They didn't even have the permits to make the movie. Have you seen that movie?
No, I have not seen all of them. I think I stopped after Leprechaun in the Hood.
But anyway, I just thought that was hilarious. He was telling this story, and then they would like film a little bit, and then they'd get back in the car.
It makes me want to watch the movie more. Now I like want to see it in action for sure.
Yeah. So anyway, he was probably my highlight. He was great.
Wonderful. So for me personally, obviously, getting my picture taken with Zachary Levi was the highlight. So I'm gonna go ahead and insert that here.
Where he looks great. And has a bright, beautiful smile.
Zachary Levi did look great. I agree, Rachel.
No. He looked great.
But I was really excited because somebody earlier in the day, this woman who was sitting by us, who we kind of had met, was telling these horror stories, basically, about his manager just not letting him hug people or whatever. So I was like, oh no. Because I had a pose planned, the pose you all saw. It was from Tangled, where they're like dancing at the party or whatever. Obviously, they're lovingly looking into each other's eyes, but for a picture, I'd rather be looking at the camera. So I was like, oh no, he's not going to be able to do my pose. Oh, he was really nice. He was really friendly. He was totally down for the pose, and he looked great. So, of course, I was super pumped about the picture, but also I thought Zachary Levi's panel was really good. He was he has like charm to spare. He's so delightful as a human.
Yeah, he was really wonderful, and they did a really good job, the questions of that panel, of kind of going over his whole career. It wasn't just about Shazam.
Yeah,
and
a lot about Disney.
Yeah, a lot about Disney, even about musicals.
Chuck.
Chuck. They did a really good job, I think, with that, screening the questions. And I also just thought there was one question where a lady asked about how do you deal with your ADHD, and his response was very moving and very, it was great.
And I really love that he even touched on it, that, he's really used this time to shine because he's gotten a lot more press time for Shazam than he even did for something like Tangled, which is another big release. And he's used it to really kind of try to break down that stigma around mental health problems in general. And I really appreciate him as a person for doing that, but I really enjoyed hearing him talk about it, and just everything about that was really great.
It was really good.
What would you say, to take this negative, what would you say was the weakest panel you saw?
Well, I mean, they did this weird talent search thing that did not work at all. They had the music way too loud. You couldn't even hear what these people who had auditioned, you couldn't even hear what they were singing.
It was terrible.
And so it was terrible.
And it took place of her favorite segment.
Yes! They got rid of Twisted Tunes, which is so funny. And it's like so nice to have the voice actors get a chance to really shine, get to be the stars, the most exciting part of the whole con. Everybody's like, oh! And so I always love that like people were super, when else are people super anticipating voice actors? That was really cool. And so yeah, this was just, it bombed.
And it was like the last thing we were there for. I was kind of like, no, I want to see this guy because, you know, somebody earlier in the day told us he was funny and he was a part of Twisted Tunes. So I thought he was going to be funny and like do some sort of comedy skit. They came out, they were doing like remixes of Metallica with Journey, and yeah, these poor people, they had good voices when you could hear it every now and then, but oh my gosh.
Yeah, it was a mess. And then I have to say the other worst part was the chalky cheese substitute thing that made me eat.
No, we're gonna get into the non-FanX stuff in a second.
Okay.
But my least favorite was that for sure. But also, I kind of thought my culture was not great, which is a little bit disappointing. I'm not a huge Luke Cage fan. Obviously, it's television.
But there was
if you watch this channel, you know I don't watch TV. I'm sorry. But I like Michael. I mean, I thought he would be a lot more personable. I don't know. Some of his answers came off a little bit like, and then he would have a really good one. And then I was like,
his answers were very kind of business workman-like about like kind of the nuts and bolts of being an actor. I think too much, as opposed to like, here's this crazy story that I had with a coworker, you know, whatever. And I look at his difference. Last time, I think his name is Manu Benet, I believe.
Oh, I love
who
Manu
I had
Benet.
never seen anything, but I was trying to get to. I've never seen him in anything, but I was trying to get into the next panel, you know. So I was just staying there for him. But he, even though I've never seen anything with him in it,
she's seen The Hobbit.
Oh, and I disliked The Hobbit immensely. But even though I didn't have that content draw, he was such a good storyteller, and I was interested in learning about his life. And so I think that's the difference for him. And also, I can't be too hard on him because they had him in way too big of a room. Like, I think if he had been in a smaller room it was a little uncomfortable because there was just hardly anybody there. And so there wasn't, I don't think the questions were necessarily that good.
Yeah, they weren't.
And so, I don't know, it was a tricky situation, it was a little dry.
It was definitely one that my mind was wandering, my sugar was dipping low, I was like, oh gosh, am I going to fall asleep in the middle of the panel? But, as always, you all know by now with all of these vlogs, if you keep up with my like travel vlogs, I buy a lot of artwork. Like, it's like my addiction. So I just wanted to quickly show off some of the art that I got. So first of all, I picked up this beautiful, with this glare, this beautiful Daenerys Targaryen artwork. I mean, isn't that amazing? Sometimes I just like marvel at what people are able to do. I think it's amazing. And then whether they're gifts for other people or not, I just picked up like these little stickers of Ursula, of Tweety Bird. Let me like scoot a little closer. I don't know if y'all can even see. Some more Game of Thrones. We have Dracarys with the dragon, Totoro, and this really great How to Train Your Dragon.
And the whole con. Larry's like, wow, he's wearing How to Train Your Dragon cosplay.
Shocked.
I'm like, this is a very popular franchise. What?
I was like shocked. I'm not used to so much hiccup.
3 movies and several television series.
One of my favorites was like a gender swapped one where the girl was Hiccup and he was Astrid. I really like that. But yeah.
Like, you would think it was like this super obscure indie, animated film. It's like, when you see people dressed up in those kind of really obscure things, I'm like, woo! Like, there were some Over the Garden Wall people. I'm like, oh, that's so cool. That's such a great show. Yeah. And then he'd be like, look, there's a Hiccup guy. And I'm like, calm down.
I loved it.
So funny.
But then we also have this really cool Godzilla print, and the guy who drew this, though, he had like a 1999 Godzilla drawing as well that he was like trying to upsell me on. It was like, no, I try to forget that exists as much as possible, actually. Then, of course, Miles Morales, Spider-Man. I think this is really cool art style. And then most of these princess ones are gifts. I also, of course, got some for Rachel, our princess expert here. But, of course, for myself, I had to get Belle, my favorite of the princesses. But just to kind of show a couple of the other ones, we have Ariel from The Little Mermaid, Elsa from Frozen, and I think these are so cool because in a lot of them, actually the Tangled one I think has the coolest like stuff down here, but I really loved what the artists did beneath their dresses as it came down. We have Wonder Woman, who we all know I love, and then of course Miss Carrie Fisher as Leia. Okay, then I just have some quick stickers. This is Totodile, but I thought it was so cute I could not handle it. And then Mimi Q. And then Rachel's fave again. We have Toothless.
Obscure animated character.
And then just shocking fins. I have good old BB-8. Then we have Lapras, another Pokemon where all my little Poke fans at. And then this one, this one I just thought was so funny that I'm not somebody who like thinks Adam Driver is particularly all that attractive. I think you think he's pretty attractive, right? Yeah. But I think we all were a little bit like taken aback at that like shirtless scene when Ray and he just like mind connect in the lunch, and I was like, oh hey, hi. So I just thought that this pin with his 8-pack and this like sexy pose was so funny that I just had to have it, and then buy 2 get 1 free. So that was basically FanX. I had a ton of fun. And seeing all the people was great. Obviously getting to go with a friend this time, because usually when I travel, I go to the cons by myself because I don't know anybody in these cities. So it was really fun to have a friend along for the ride. So we also did some other fun stuff that you've seen throughout this vlog, one of which Rachel touched on. I forced her to go to a vegan restaurant. I will say, so the little wings were like better than the ones in Seattle, but they're definitely not the best I've had. And it was very weird. We both agreed. So it was called the Vertical Diner, but it was 1 floor. It was like a regular flat diner. They made it seem like so kind of a cool kind of hit place.
Yeah.
That of course would be vertical. That would go up, but it was not a vertical diner. It was very weird.
And like my food was very cold, and it didn't seem like it had been cooked. So I think it was one of those raw food things.
Yeah, it definitely, it wasn't my favorite either, even as like a vegetarian who eats a lot of vegan food. I enjoyed it well enough. I wasn't like dying. But
this isn't cheese. This is chalk cheese. I don't like it. I don't like it at all.
Then Rachel took me to this little mall, and we got some normal ice cream, which was really
That's the
good.
name of the brand.
Yeah,
called Normal. It's so good. It's a soft serve, and they really like fun flavors, and they have these dips that are really interesting flavors. They're so good.
So that was really good. We really enjoyed that. And then the next night, where did we go to dinner the next night? We went to Couscous. The next night, and that was also really good. The pizza saga, the flatbread saga. This guy was like, "Oh my gosh, it's gonna take 30 minutes. Do you want it?" And then, "Oh, just kidding. I found one in the back." And it's just like, "Oh, okay." But it was also really good. I thought it was a very good pizza. Yeah, shawarma.
It's great.
With your pecan, or is it pecan? No. Pistachio roll.
Pistachio roll, and it's kind of like baklava. It's not as, I didn't like it as much as baklava, but it was still pretty yummy. If you like honey and pistachios.
And then yesterday, Rachel and her family were kind enough to invite me up into their Easter celebration because it was Easter weekend. And that was like a really nice meal that your mom prepared. Like, she really set out the table very nice. We did have a little bit of a health scare, but other than that, the whole day was very nice. The mountain view, which was part of this like collage of things that you saw, was stunning up there. It was just so pretty, so gorgeous. It started hailing while we were up there, but I had a lot of fun. It was really nice to meet your family, and of course, be invited in for Easter with a stranger coming on over for Easter.
And you learned about C's Candy.
And I learned about C's Candy, which apparently is all over the place in Denver, actually, and I've just never been. So there's a discount C's actually close to me that I've never been to. And then today we went to this lovely little cafe. What was it?
Yeah, it's called Food for Thought.
Food for Thought.
Here.
And
This little cafe.
I broke my like general rule of not eating Nutella. That Rachel learned about to try these Nutella crepes that were really good, and they were really big. Like they were generous. Like portion sizes were really nice. I was like,
It was so fun.
Cinnamon rolls, everything was super nice. The atmosphere there was really cozy and fun. So overall, it's just been a really fun trip. Thank you so much for letting me come on over. Oh yeah, and Rachel made me an Easter basket. Oh, sorry, she relayed an Easter basket from the bunny. She just delivered it to me in lieu of the bunny. But it was so nice. It was such a lovely little surprise on Sunday morning. I've had so much fun. Again, thank you so much for hosting me. I really appreciate it. And yeah.
Thanks for coming. It was so fun to have a guest.
Can't wait to get back out here to Salt Lake City. Maybe in the fall, depending on who they announce. Then I'll really be like rigged for all the vacations I take. But I hope you all have enjoyed this like vlog series and enjoyed coming on this adventure to FanX with me and with Rachel. If you did like these vlogs, if you like them in general, hit the like and of course subscribe to my channel. Rachel, you want to let them know where they can find you?
You can find me at Rachel's Reviews all over social media and on iTunes and on YouTube. So check that out. And you can find me at Hallmarkies Podcast.
All right, perfect. Well, I'll see you all on the next video. I have a couple reviews coming up and some fun jazz. So I love you all so much for your support. Thank you for watching.
Bye.
Bye.